It wasn't that long ago when Tom Brady retired and dumbasses like me were dumping on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and saying they would, I don't know, become the old Yuccaneers once again and would suck for who knows how long. Well, we know how to admit when we're wrong, but does that mean we are ready to shed our stubborn ways and proclaim the Bucs an NFC South dynasty? Here on NFL Preview number 30 of 32 on the Datitude Podcast. Let's find out. Part of our stupidity surrounded our dismissiveness of Todd Bowles as a head coach. When you win your division in each of your first 3 seasons and improve on your record each of those years, it isn't because you suck. It's time for us and everyone else to give the man his due. I have a little more trouble, but numbers don't lie. I get it. Crowning Baker Mayfield. Probably just more stupidity on my part. I don't know. Despite his incredible wide receiving core, which we'll get to in a second, when you throw for 9,500 yards in 2 seasons, I guess that means you're doing it right. And who would have thought that the Bucs have the 4th best running attack in the NFL in 2024? Thank one of last year's top rookies in Bucky Irving, who had 1,500 yards of total offense and 8 touchdowns. Going back to that ridiculous force of wide receivers, let's start with Mike Evans, who is just an absolute freak of nature. He also has a chance this season to do something that even the great Jerry Rice couldn't do. With another 1,000-yard season, he would be the only receiver ever to reach that mark in 12 consecutive years. And Chris Godwin, when he's healthy, one could argue he's nearly as good as Evans. He only played in 7 games, though, last season, and he's opening this year with an injured ankle, although he was taken off the PUP list earlier this week. If that's not enough, the Bucs drafted Emeka Egbuka with the 19th overall pick, and he had 2,000-yard seasons in college. Could this team be a sleeper candidate to win the NFC? Well, maybe, but their defense was 18th last year and 23rd in 2023, and that's enough to scare me off enough to not take a flyer on them. I know, stubborn. But when you're talking about over, under 9.5 wins, and you consider they could win 5 division games, it's easy to get a spoiler alert on what I'm picking here. I'm not a fan of early games against Houston, Philly, San Francisco, and Detroit. But after that, there are several winnable games. I would go as far to say as winning 9 of the last 10 are not out of the question. And that's why I think that you have to go over here. Well, I mean, you could do whatever you want. But if I could get past my stubbornness for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, then you can too. Or you can call a hotline, whatever works best.